My name is Sonja Moffett, and I'm the founder of Bolitical.com. I am an emerging political strategist. I created Bolitical.com in March of 2018. This is my political resuscitation plan, which includes voter registration initiatives, but goes beyond any election. I want to make political activism a way of life for our young people, our future. My goal is to capture the attention of youth ages 18 to 30, especially BLM marchers who decided not to vote because Black lives don't matter to politicians. Brainwashed into this ideology because too many of them look to celebrity influencers. But we need to change that. Nick Cannon, a pop culture influencer, led this flawed ideology and clearly does not understand the implications of his negative influence in this situation. This was a flawed philosophy. It would have been valid if the movement was appealing to human beings with a moral conscience. Unfortunately, some of the politicians in office today have no conscience, and the voter apathy among our youth led to the rise of Donald Trump. Look at these numbers. Imagine if we could convert all of these BLM activists into voters, and better yet, future political leaders. What if celebrities with a platform and influence can help raise the funds to push a new message? What if we can change the narrative through strategic engagement with young people, starting with influencers and leaders on campuses across America? What if we could change the mindset through educational awareness about how politics works and sow the seeds of leadership through strategic activism and groom these young leaders for office, political positions, and administrations, and as thought leaders and influencers themselves? What if we initiated relationships with politicians and create a symbiotic system that promotes accountability and strategic push of political initiatives that impact elections at all levels of government, impacting races for local DAs, judges, sheriff offices, and other positions of power that govern law enforcement and accountability of those who are sworn to protect and serve? The energy right now in our country is palpable, but we cannot do the same things and expect a different result. Our leaders have aged and some have transitioned already. It is time to secure our future and resuscitate our political relevance. This is power in our numbers at the polls, but there is power in us, period. It is time to groom new leadership and make them influencers. I need political power players and smart celebrities to help me take this message to the masses and execute the creation of the Collegiate Executive Committee, Mentorship and Leadership Development Initiative. I not only want this generation to vote, I'm seeking to create a leadership initiative that will groom these young people to become tomorrow's leaders, influencers, political analysts, political journalists, lawmakers, legislators, and politicians. I want to talk a little bit more about what this looks like and how it would work. The purpose, again, is to engage youth ages 18 and up in the political process. This could be information sessions, voter registration drives, absentee ballots, candidate visits on their campuses, fundraisers, and ongoing virtual and in-person town halls with politicians to address their concerns and build working relationships with the candidates. This is going to afford the students the opportunity to utilize their talents to become political thought leaders at their respective campuses, where they will be able to create subcommittees to support their efforts. CSCs will assist in establishing chapters at their colleges and universities with the support and assistance of Political's creative and strategic infrastructure and any designated staff advisors at said universities by protocol to become founding members on their campuses. These processes may vary from campus to campus, and they may involve program directors on campuses, instructors, deans, or other staff members to oversee the process of establishing these CECs at the campuses. The Bolitical CEC will become the campus point of contact for coordinating political events on campus. This is in person and virtual, and collaborate with other Black student organizations to create a strong network and following of their political initiative, motivating their peers to vote and become more politically informed and active with regards to local, county, state, and national political interest. This will be a solid foundation by 2020. CECs will be responsible for student membership drives on campus and leading the infrastructure of the chapters guided under the leadership of the political director. When we're thinking about those student leaders and who we select, we want to look at these political science, public administration, law students, communication, PR, and advertising students, creative design students, broadcast and print journalism, and tech students who happen to be web and app developers. Here's the benefit to the students: mentorship, leadership, experience, potential internships, relevant experience for their resume, skill development and autonomy to build and create something great, professional development, and networking. So the steps to recruit and start the CEC is to contact the program directors or deans of the political science, public administration, law schools, communication, PR, advertising, creative design, broadcast, print, journalism, and tech programs at select colleges for this inaugural class. We will provide this slide deck to further explain the opportunity and understand their protocol for disseminating this opportunity to their students. Note, Bolitical will create a website devoted to this initiative along with support materials and sign-up pages. CEC should be a competitive process for those students chose to lead the foundation of the CEC on their campus. Also, establish the rules, policies, procedures, regulations, and expectation of the political director. Upon receiving buy-in from the program directors, dean, or staff, then we will forward the application link or paper application to the staff member along with the advertising collateral for this leadership opportunity for their students. This is going to include recruitment flyers, videos, and infographics that can be shared digitally with the appropriate staff to push their students forward in the program and the process. This should describe the responsibility, requirements, and deadline to submit an application digitally. Political Board will then review the applications and selects the CEC comprised of 3 representatives from each college or university, and these leaders will serve a 1-year term. Subsequent officers will be elected by their respective chapters, and CECs will be required to attend virtual training sessions to learn how to establish and lead their chapter. CECs must also agree to meet once a month virtually via webinar to share strategies, ask questions, brainstorm events, and collaborate across campuses. The way that we will measure success for these leaders is the establishment of a chapter on their campus, how they've grown the membership base, and 30 students per year would be a great number. Establishing and growing a following and engagement on social media, including Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, strategic messaging and calls to action enabling opinion polls and other measurable statistics that can be tracked and reported monthly. Hold monthly planning meetings with the Bolitical director and then delegate projects and have ad hoc meetings as necessary to push forward those projects. Candidate relations, campus liaisons between Bolitical and candidates and student constituents. So the students will lead that charge in bringing those candidates to campus and also facilitating those relationships between the candidates and the constituents on campus. Other measurements of success will be to plan and execute 5 political events per academic school year. Student workshops will be themed around issues, education, voting, fundraisers, information sessions on economics and politics, political discourse related to social issues, and more. Students are being coached and groomed for ongoing leadership, extending the Bolitical brand and mission beyond college. Events can be cross-promoted across campuses as well. And then finally, proposing 3 universities for the pilot of the Bolitical CEC, and then expand from there based on the successes. There will be cost involved, and it would be nice to be able to build in a scholarship for students who are involved in the CEC. But other costs that we want to factor into this would be student oversight, advisory, the training that they're going to receive, the professional development and coaching, and the infrastructure to run their clubs. In addition to that, collateral, website, town hall, and other coordination and ongoing supportive services. But do note that the cost is going to be there for any printing and facility rentals, food, and ancillary costs that are related to the events are not included in a particular rate for the students. Fundraisers can be done to supplement ancillary costs such as these. So this is the CEC, the Collegiate Executive Committee. The messaging will be crystal clear. Imagine students entering college, gaining experience, and being cultivated for leadership. This is a new academic phenomenon, and it's called competency-based learning. And this phenomenon is exactly what the CEC is all about. Grooming and creating opportunity for our youth to embody the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King and our ancestors. I am a firm believer that this initiative will transform the lives of our young leaders and have a positive impact on our ongoing political relevance. Their skills, talents, and abilities harnessed and focused on building a better future for themselves and their children. I believe through political strategies we can become politically relevant as a people and severely impact future voting outcomes in such a way that these politicians will stop acting as if we don't exist. We will effectively create a demand for our political brand as a people. There is no subversive objective here, just a resuscitation of our political voice as we work in collaboration with other groups with shared goals and interests to reaffirm a political infrastructure that favors all American citizens equally. Will you help me make this dream into a reality? If so, let's meet soon. Between now and 11/06/18, I need your support and platform to simply spread my messaging. Vote. In the coming weeks, the videos I create will become more politically strategic in alignment with the ongoing push to make our political activism a mainstay in the fabric of American culture and political influence. I can be reached at 248-986-5522. Again, my name is Sonja Moffett. Thank you for your time.